Why, hello. Hello, hello. I did not know that that was not on. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I did turn it up quite a bit. I figured that it'd be a little bit different with that kind of thing. Um, but yeah, so we are here. We're live. And we are going to do this damn thing. Um, Let me turn the music off and then we'll switch on over. Why, hello. Hello, everyone. Um, yeah, so it's been a while, but we're planning on doing some Breath of the Wild. I know I uh kind of just been a while. It's been a long time. Um, but yeah, I figured I'd start it up and get it going. So, oh man. Hopefully everybody is doing a-okay. I'm actually gonna start moving a couple things. I have a little more space on this side. Actually, if you guys don't mind just giving me half a second here. Got all my Dungeons and Dragons stuff on the floor. Been trying to move all this stuff into the second bedroom and it hasn't worked out the way I would have liked. Oh no, there's a golden light! Oh my god, what is that? Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Open my eyes. Open my eyes. I'm pretty sure my eyes are open. So, oh.
Open your eyes.
Why, yes.
Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Ooh. God, this game. For this game being like 6 years old, like this game still looks fucking amazing. I don't know about you guys, but it looks really fucking good. I am the underwear boy. I just took a little swim. It's okay. But if the game is too quiet or isn't loud enough, let me know. If it's too loud, please let me know. If not, then it's all good. Not worried about it. Oh god, the control scheme. Oh god. Oh Jesus. I don't know about you guys, but this game is effing beautiful. Doo-doo-doo. It's a
That
iPad.
is a Sheikah slate.
Oh, Sheikah Slate.
Take it. It
But-
will help guide you after your long slumber.
But I don't want to. Don't want an iPad. I want a Samsung Galaxy. Ding ding. Sheikah Slate, a mysterious tablet with a glowing center. You've never seen this device before, and yet there's something familiar about it. Ding. And let me know if my camera is too invasive on this screen. It works well with Pokemon, but I didn't think it would work. I didn't really want to change anything. I just kind of wanted to start streaming. But as you guys saw in the beginning intro, plus the new kind of update to the borders and stuff, this is kind of what the Switch is going to look like. Hey, what's up, Yord? What's up, buddy? But yeah, so let me know if any of the audio is too loud, if anything is off. But yeah, so like this new setup, like the actual camera is a little long, but I can shorten it or I can switch it up so then that way it's on the other side, and then especially for next time. And then yeah, this is mainly the new Switch setup. How am I doing? I'm kind of tired. I had my energy drink earlier, but I think I'm doing okay. Trousers. Sorry about that. You had a nice internet upgrade today? Nice. I've been meaning to like, well, I mean, we got the best internet we can, but like I'm meaning to like talk to somebody about that kind of thing. So hopefully it'll all kind of work itself out. The internet's been kind of short with us lately since the last storms that we've had or whatever. Oh God. But yeah, let me know if there's anything that doesn't seem right. Yeah, other than that, I think we'll be okay. Shrine of Resurrection. I went from... Nice! Oh, that's freaking rad. That's cool. You can play it with the Toy-Con VR goggles? Ooh! Alright. We're not going to mess with anything quite yet, so... About 70 up. Yeah, that's pretty rad. I'm pretty tired, even though I had my energy drink, but I'm doing pretty good, actually. I was in a bad spot for about a month since my last stream. Emotionally, a little bit physically, just not having it. So my whole thing has been kind of up and down. But we're not gonna do master mode yet. We might say that for like challenge runs and stuff later. But I do want to play this game at least to the fullest, along with the DLC before Tears of the Kingdom shows up. So
our light.
That'd be awesome.
Shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
I will say that I really do enjoy that the game has voice acting. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but I think it's pretty awesome. God. Oh, it's like playing for the first time. You know what's even crazier is that this is the first real Breath of the Wild stream. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, it brings back so many memories from the first time I played it and tried to stream it for you guys through my phone. But actually playing it on a big, nice, widescreen. Oh God. Oh, the music, it's so good. And the fact that this is like an actual first on playthrough is like fucking awesome. I never really... Who's that? I know who it is, but that's not the point. So, simple update. I actually screwed up the save file a long time ago. So, what ended up happening was I got a new Switch. I got a Switch Lite. And I ended up... Tree branch! I ended up deleting all of my save data from all of my games because I completely forgot. Well, because I completely forgot, I lost everything from Breath of the Wild to Xenoblade 2 or like other games. Like I lost a lot. So, um, but that's okay because that's not really a big deal. I actually was very glad that that happened, only because then that way it gives me a chance to kind of start over. So. God, the controls are so weird. And just so you know, I have not played this in like forever. So this is like new to me. But yeah, no, I've had to start over quite a bit, and I was not very happy with how things turned out. But like I said, it's given us a new sorry about the yawn. Aim to hold and throw to release. It's given us a new life to be able to stream certain things, so I think that's pretty awesome. But Jord, no, how does that affect, like, in terms of what you want, like, in terms of your internet usage and what you want out of it, like?
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Like, how does that like affect you in terms of like streaming or playing games or anything like that? Like, what like, is there anything you want to do specifically with that, or? God, this game having no sound really bugs me. I keep forgetting just how like insanely good the sound is in this game. It's kind of ridiculous. Nice. Okay. So it's a little bit better than what you'd expect. So that's cool. And if you guys hear a lot of like noise in the background, there's a lot of wind outside, so that wasn't reason for getting it. The other, yeah, so I, I'm not gonna tell the name of the streamer because it's not really that important. But like, I was watching another streamer earlier, and they were talking about how, some of the, or I guess their internet, I guess their internet, the actual, oh my god, the actual fuck. I'm gonna end up dying because I forgot how to play this game. 2 to 3 a.m. for an hour or so. Yeah, see, that's. I was watching a streamer and it was just really weird because, like, I don't ever remember it. Like, I don't ever remember it being that bad. And it just, for some reason, like, there's been a lot of problems with a lot of people and their internet. Oh no! Wow, I can't believe that just happened. Wow! I have not played this game and I feel fucking terrible for that. That is the worst ever. Oh my Jesus. That is so bad. Real gamer here. Real gamer playing real games. Holy shit. I told you I was going to die. That's okay. I got this fancy sword that's right here. I know it says rusty and that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. We're going to use every weapon in our arsenal to do this. But yeah, so I was in this other streamer's, or I was in the streamer's stream, and I was in the stream, not even a streamer stream, just a stream, and yeah, no, he was talking about how the internet has been having so many issues. Service providers have been having like a really hard time keeping people because they feel like um, that they're not like allowing themselves to be noted as like the provider for their service, and they feel like they're not giving them like the actual good service they should be getting, if that makes sense. And I think the hardest part for any of that really is just you know what makes it so that way our internet really is viable for most people. You know, if it's not viable, if it's not worth it, then why pay an extra? But I mean, honestly, you know, you'd have to be kind of crazy to not have internet these days. I mean, that's kind of just how it works, you know. Like for me and you know my hubby, like we, you know, when we don't have internet, it's the worst thing in the universe. It really is, and it's not because we need it. It's just that that's what it is. So hopefully that works. Son of a bitch. Um. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that you got that situated, because that would be really bad. I don't want to steal that guy's stuff yet. Um. Um. But yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like our because of the storms and stuff, our internet has gone down significantly, and I think that's like a really big problem. But I don't know. Like it's not. Um, it's nothing that I think would be like terrible if it happened. I'm one of the believers of like I want to give them the benefit of the chance, but like you also have to understand too, like that's not how that should work, you know. Like if they're gonna provide a service, they need to be able to accommodate your needs, you know. Um, but I don't know. But anyways, yeah, we're I'm looking to play this game uh pretty much all the way through until hopefully I can remember the controls and shit, but pretty much all the way through until um you know, DLC uh and then Tears of the Kingdom. And I actually okay, so let's talk about a couple things. Both the hubby and I both have had promotions just recently. Well, not for me, not really a promotion, but it's just a different work shift. But he's gotten a promotion technically, and for us, We there is a change in times for our schedules. I will be working 4 to 1s instead of the 9 to 6s like we had because they kind of screwed me over on that whole ordeal, and we just don't talk about that anymore. Um, but regardless, we we're now in that whole situation where um, me working 4 to 1s equates to um, more stream times. I know it's really like lacking to say that there's like very few tracks in this game, but when there is actual music in this game, it is so amazing. So good. I absolutely love this game and I miss this game so much. It's literally like riding a bike. I haven't played this game since I beat it and beat the DLC, but my biggest problem has been um, you know, really just kind of um, I mean honestly just like, kind of I don't know, just I don't know what else to say really. So, I'm very excited that we get to play this game and I get to share it with you guys. And it's very much like playing it for the first time for you guys, which is what I really, really, really like. Because technically, this is like the first time we've ever actually like played the game on stream, which is awesome. And yeah, I think it's great. But anyways, anything new with you guys? Like I've been I've been busy with work. I've been busy with how's that one meme go? Emotional damage, and all that other stuff. So it's been kind of a crazy hectic ride. Um, but it's been fun. It has definitely been fun. Okay, let's. There we go. There we go. Okay. But yeah, it's been kind of nice. We're just gonna play until I actually have to go get my hubby. Otherwise, we'll just play until we can. Because I'm not really pressed for time. I'm off today, and this is what I wanted to do. And I don't really care like how long this goes. I just want to make sure that we're, actually streaming, not just this game, but um, consistently streaming again. Because I have missed you guys. I have missed streaming. I have missed, you know, doing a lot of things that I really wish I could have done. And this is one that I wasn't really wanting to miss, especially with the new game coming out, which I have pre-ordered, which I'm going to get, which I'm going to end up getting the night prior to. So the release day is the 12th. It's a month from now, but the actual game is being dropped at 9 p.m. Via GameStop. So we'll be able to do that. I think that'll be fun. But yeah, is there any other games that you guys are excited for or looking forward to? Because I have a couple, and I'll tell you right now, like I am, like beyond excited for a couple of them, and I think a couple of those I'm gonna stream. And I know that we were supposed to play and beat um, uh, what's it call it? Fire Emblem, but that's neither here nor there right this second. So we will get back to that, but we will definitely get back to it. Fire Emblem Three Hopes and Warriors, as well as engage. I still have all those games. Excuse me for all the yawning. Jesus. I literally don't understand like why I was yawning so much. But I don't know, it could just be me. Ooh. Old man. Answering a question with a question. Yes, thank you for giving me a life lesson on how to speak to people. Even though I am a silent protagonist, technically. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm super excited that we're streaming this. I don't know if you can tell. For anybody else who's here, you guys are awesome, but that's not the point. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am super excited to be like actually streaming this game like on an actual, you know. Oh, it's so weird. It's just weird. Like the fact that we even had a camera pointed at a fucking Nintendo Switch just to stream. That was so long ago. It was ridiculous. State of Decay. You think you can tell? Yeah. I don't know. It was one of those where I was like this has to be a game that we can stream. What are you doing? Okay, so I've exhausted all his lines. I was actually talking to a friend of mine, and he said that this game it very much is like the Dark Souls of Breath of the or Zelda, which is kind of hilarious because it's not true, but that's not the point. What made me laugh was the fact that he even believed it, and said that the reason why people think that is because they think that it's not as simple as most people would make it out to be. So it's weird. Like I think part of the difficulty of it is the controls. Let's see if we can get our first Korok. And I know that it says first playthrough on the game, but it's not really my first playthrough. It's my first playthrough in regards to like actually streaming it. So anybody who's a little confused as to why I say that, that's just to clarify things. All right, we're gonna try to get our first Korok. I don't think we can, but we'll try. I feel like I'm like a little too far because I can never really tell like how far he needs to be to throw it. There it is. Son of a bitch. Or maybe we can't get our first Korok. I don't know. I don't remember. Not until we like go through this whole situation, huh? Probably not. I mean, I understand it. It was just... Oh yeah, you can charge up stuff. I totally forgot about that. Wow, this game. I have not played this game in forever. But yeah, are you excited for any games coming out? Because I have Mega Man Battle Network this Friday that I'm gonna get, and then next week I have Advanced Wars 1 and 2, the new one, next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. And then I believe... So, I don't know how we're going to end up doing this, but I have a pre-ordered Breath of the Wild, or Tears of the Kingdom Switch and Pro Controller. The Switch looks really awesome, but if we can't get it, then I'm not going to fret. Because I would rather just get the Pro Controller. Because that would be really nice. But I think the one thing that I do want to get is Jedi Survivor, because that's going to be the hubby's game until he ends up like pretty much being done with it. So, and then we can. I have we have Fallen Order, and now Survivor. So, I do have Wild Hearts. I was trying to play and stream that with Swede, but at the same time, it was not happening. I told him, pretty much everything's kind of. I couldn't get to it. Pretty much is what that whole thing was. But we will eventually stream and play that too, because I think that'll be a good game to stream. But just for right now, like that's, it's nothing too crazy, but we can definitely make that happen. Kill them. But yeah, so we do have quite a few. We do have quite a few games to play, and like I said, I'll very much try my best to make it work. But there are no promises. I've stopped. I've stopped trying to make so many promises and just fucking do it and be done with it. Nothing really catches your eye. Yeah, there's a lot of games coming out. I don't think that they're like. I don't know. For me, this is a very busy month. One of my biggest games that of this time for me is definitely Advance Wars, because one, I have waited for it, and two, it's one of those games that I've played a lot in the past, and I love strategy games, so it kind of makes sense. So I'm not against it. This game is so quiet. Kind of a little creepy. I've never played this game with headphones on. I've never played this game in terms of like actually playing this game like this, like streaming it and then like the sound being in my ear. I know there's probably a couple times where I won't play it like that because that's just how I am. But I don't know. We'll see. Because let me tell you, there were some times. Okay. In terms of existing games, though, I'm waiting on North American Fan Fest, Final Fantasy. Yeah, nice. Are you planning on getting Final Fantasy 16? Because I am very excited for it, and I actually got the deluxe edition, and I did not know it was $100 at the time, so which is fine. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not pressed for that kind of thing, but I'm very excited for that game, and I think that'll be awesome. So, and what is FanFest? Please tell me. Like, I only want to know because I think that I'm like, I feel like I'm missing out sometimes. I swear to God, you're able to like drop it on the spot. Just so you know, guys, I am definitely a menu whore. I don't know if you guys remember that. But yeah. Yoshi P is involved, but it's not my type of game. It's not really, so like, I how can I say this without getting hate? let me really consider this. Hold on. I do not like Final Fantasy VII Remake's battle system. I don't know what it is, but hopefully the 16 system is a little bit better, because Final Fantasy VII Remake's battle system is trying to be one. It's trying to be both for no reason when they can be one or the other. Pick one. It's not that fucking difficult. I absolutely hate it with a passion. And part of the reason why I just cannot get into the game, because when I was playing the demo, I absolutely hated it with everything, with just everything that I had. Like, I was not happy with it. I did not like it. It was just not my style. But I'm gonna play it because I want to, because it's 7. It's Final Fantasy. Shit happens. For 16 is just Devil May Cry. See, I love Devil May Cry. I played a shit ton of it before. It's not like my favorite style of game, but it is definitely a good set of that type of game, if that's something that makes sense. But I don't know, like, for me, like, I really like it. Considering his combat as director's... Oh, yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, you also have to understand, too, like, it's not overbearing, if that makes sense. Like, to me, it doesn't seem like it's overbearing, which is nice. I have enjoyed Devil May Cry. I've enjoyed that style. But I really am more interested in the actual battles, like the story of 16, because, I mean, God forbid, they actually write a good story on Final Fantasy, and they have, and they will, and they've done it. And I'm just super intrigued. Like, that's, like, I love the way that it looks. I love the way that it sounds. So it coming from a place of, like, me wanting to know, like, that's kind of awesome. So I don't know. I don't know. For me, it was just always like, Nice. Oh, remove. Okay. Okay. For the story, should be fine. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of like my biggest. That has always been like one of my biggest like drawbacks to that kind of thing. But at the same time, like, I understand it. Like, I think that over time it'll be one of those situations where it's not, like, eventually it'll get better. Like, it's a matter of, is this really what you want? God, this freaking game. I still can't believe we're still playing this game. Like, streaming it on an actual screen. But like I said, I'm not like a believer of, oh well, Ancient Shaft. I'm not trying to be that believer of, like, oh well, let's not give it the benefit of the doubt before it even comes out. You know, like for me, like I have that feeling of like when I know that a game that I want to play is probably going to be on the back burner. But then, you know, when you have a game that you really think you might enjoy, and then you're like, well, let me give it that benefit of the doubt. Let's see where it goes. Because if I don't like it, or if I don't like what I see of it, and then it comes out to be bad, you know, over time, then it was like, all right, well, you know, I can let it rest for a little bit and come back to it when I feel like it. You know, it doesn't have to be right that second. So yeah, Heaven's Word. Yeah, I never got to finish it, but I did know that like that was one of those expansions, one of the parts of the of 14 that you know a lot of people enjoyed. So all right, I need to check something really quick. Okay, we're good. And is the game like music okay for you guys? Because I was thinking about it to myself, and I was just like, I don't know how I feel about the sound if it's not really working out. But if you can hear it and it's not too intrusive, then I am okay with all that. So give me your acorns. Um, yeah, I don't really know. Like I remember like really noticed it until I turned it up. Yeah, I mean if it's too low, then I can turn up the game music. But um, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like overbearing for anybody. Because the desktop or the Elgato is um, like between 35 and 30 decibels or whatever it is. Um, so, and is my voice too loud? Because I do have the mic like 100%. Um, I did that because the last time I was told that there was it was really bad, like in terms of like the noise level, so nobody could really hear me. Okay, where the hell am I? Okay, I come up to this place, right? Yeah, I got that. I got that one. Did I? Yeah, this is where that one was. Uh, but yeah, um, yeah, I don't know. Like in terms of like the game and how that's supposed to run, like um, I remember when they first announced oh, that was a weird stutter. Um, not on your guys' end, just for some reason my controller was like, yeah, no, never mind, screw you. um, I remember when 16 was first announced, and my brain was like, Alright, great. We're gonna have another Final Fantasy VII remake issue on our hands. And then, um, it made me laugh because I was like, oh, it's nothing like it. So I was very happy about that original consideration. It was really nice. I thought that did justice for a lot of the fans, in my opinion. Um, Mainly because as a fan of Final Fantasy, like I wanted them to be to go in a different direction than what I was expecting. Because the last time that I was expecting them to do anything awesome, my brain was like, "Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake's gonna be amazing." No. Um, I I keep saying it and I keep going back to it, and I know a lot of people, I know it might piss off a lot of people, but for me it's like I did not enjoy the demo, and I don't think I'm going to enjoy the game. And my little tiny gamer brain was like, well, you see, not trying to be rude or anything, but yeah. I don't know, it just wasn't for me. Look at the cast list for 16. Yeah, and that's the thing is like, that's really awesome, and I think that works for for that whole thing. So, um, and I think that's one of the like situations where I really want to like enjoy a new Final Fantasy without having to feel like, yeah, tactics, yeah, exactly. I knew the name, but like it was just one of those where like you want to address the fact that you know it may or may not be as good as you think, but at the same time, like at least it's something. Um, Ow. Um, Change bows. Okay, nice. Where's my other one? There it is. I was like, where's my other arrow? um, yeah, I mean, like I'm not necessarily worried about how good it's gonna be. I'm more worried about the the future of Final Fantasy, if it's gonna be taking that turn of just an action adventure game, or like for me, like Final Fantasy has always been about the fantasy but never like actiony like that, like full on action like that. So, oh, nice. Okay, I see that. I did not know. That's pretty cool. Nice. Okay, hold on. Oh, I could see that. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking too, because I remember something about that, and it wasn't like anything crazy. It was just more or less that they have a lot of different people in different places, so. Place the Sheikah slate in the pedestal. Link, you're not stupid. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I believe this is the first tower. Yeah, Sheikah Tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. Yes. Yay, shaky, shaky time. Wow, seeing that for the first time on a TV is incredible. I don't know how I even managed to play this game without, like, playing it on a TV. I think 6 years ago I was really stupid and I just didn't know what I was doing with my life. I mean, despite the fact that you guys are all awesome, like, don't get me wrong, but still, like, I just remember that whole scenario. I'm like, what the hell? Nice. That's one tower down. Any fan fest is July though. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's what they were distilling local information. Yeah, that's what I had like imagined in terms of like how that would work out. So map. Nice. Fuck yeah. My iPad works.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end.
Does that happen already? I don't remember it happening this quickly. Wow, it really has been 6 years because I don't remember this.
You must hurry, Link.
Oh, that's right. He's just guarding it. He's just throwing his little.
It's too late.
He's just throwing his anger around in the universe. So. Oh, they're redoing 14. They're gonna have a 14 remake. Wow, that sounds terrible. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That's not nice of me. See, I would be dumb to think that, um okay, let's save this really quick. Um yeah, let's do that. Because then there's that. Um, Okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. Well, that's not too bad then. I mean, my general idea was that, oh well, they're doing it just to do it, but that's not the case. There's another shrine up there. Wow. Like I'm so excited for this, but I don't like. My brain is just like, what is going on? Holy shit! Yeah, I have not played this game in forever. All right. Um. So that they're hitting the limit with the PS4. Yeah, I mean, I get that considering that you would, you'd imagine that there's new hardware, so the new hardware would have to be supported. It's just one of those things where, if it's not the new hardware, then what is it? What are we having to do for, everything else? Sorry, I had to just fix my camera at some point. So I mean, honestly, like it makes sense, and I get it. Um, So it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just one of those things. Oh shit! Oh my god, that has to happen. Otherwise, there's no reason for it to exist. Oh god, I always remembered like this, like that giving me anxiety. So, but yeah, Jesus, totally forgot. Yeah, there he is. I was like, I know I seen him. I know he's supposed to be here. Oh, quite the enigma here. Quite suddenly, I heard a voice. Well, now, a voice, you say? Calamity Ganon. Interesting. Calamity Ganon. Do you intend to make your way to the castle? Well, duh. That's what I'm always here for. Like, I want to go everywhere. I want to go do things. Wow. Wow, that's cool. Jesus. Here, on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If we were to try to jump off, well, no death could be more certain or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story. Paraglider? I never told him to hand it over. I don't know what that does. Piqued your interest, have I? Yes, I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, Bit of treasure. Bit of treasure. Holy shit. He wants treasure. Let me show you something. I don't wanna. Began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. What's that thing in the background? If I remember right, I believe that's Vamido or Mito. Meadow, however you say it. It's been a long time, but that's not the point. So, treasure for the paraglider. Wow, this guy's super, like, that's so unnecessary too. Like, really? You're gonna make me do things that I don't want to do just because you want treasure? Like, I understand you're an old man, but why can't you do it yourself there, good sir? I keep looking up at my phone because I'm reading chat through that, and I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything from the hubby, because I do need to pick him up at some point. I do not know when, but I do have to pick him up at some point. So. I've I've never done like a whole lot of stealth in this game, so I was wondering if this was worth it. Well, I didn't hear that. That's kind of ridiculous. Kind of ridiculous if you ask me. All right, let's do another Boko Club, but let's do this though. Perfect. All right. You know what's crazy though is that this game doesn't really need graphics. I don't really care for these motion controls either. Like, okay, hold on. I need to change these. Hold on. I'm just realizing, like, off. Okay, let's not do that. We'll change it later when we absolutely need to, or at least when I get a pro controller, because I can't do it with these guys. Ow! I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Yay! Whee! Unlocked. A little stressful there. Not gonna lie. That was a tiny bit stressful. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like with support for certain things, like it has to be said that, it's either gonna be a good thing or a bad thing when literally the only thing that we have for um, you know, in terms of like what we can get, I guess, will just be next gen stuff. So like even with like the Nintendo Switch, if they don't um, set things right, at some point, in the next, little while, they're it's not going to be the fact of whether or not that their system um, will be good, but if it'll even catch up. Excuse me. And what I mean by that is that is if so say like the next Zelda game, okay, the next Zelda game aside from Tears of the Kingdom, um, wants to move into like a more um, like progressive RPG, like this, um, but a little bit graphically intensive. They have to step it up. They have to be with the times instead of, oh well, let's just make something that's somewhat similar but not really. And the reason why I say that is because, um, when you think about it, like if they can't catch up or even have an ability to um, allow themselves to, let's just say, um, be able to even run the games on their system, and they still want to be able to port games like that, or do things like that with their games. They have to somewhat keep up with it. They can do another Switch 2 if they really want to, or Switch Pro, but they have to do something different about, like, possibly becoming that system where it's like, well, yeah, we want to make brand new nice games, but at the same time we need to be up and up with the ante, like, because it'll be just like any other system in any other game. You really have to make sure that your systems and your um, controllers, your devices, and all that other stuff can actually work in tandem with the prowess and the need for newer, better games, in the coming years. And I think that with the PS4, I think they really did hit their limit. I think they really did try to get kind of the magic of what they wanted out of it, but I don't think that they needed to necessarily be like, let's put everything on the PS4. Well, you don't need to, it's just a matter of whether or not, you can use it without having to overdo it, you know. And I think that's where they kind of fall short with that. Is that, honestly, like, it'd be nice to actually, like, get that done and, usable, like, with everything that you have, like, in terms of, like, how can I say it, the DualShock controllers, you can't use them on the PS5. I mean, why would you? Excuse me. Jesus. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you wanted to use those on a PS5, you'd have to severely, like, utilize what you had and then mod it to make it work. And it's the same thing with, like, PS5, PS4, whatever else. Like, you have to be able to, um, you have to be able to keep up with the times. So I think that progression is very modest at this point, where they're trying to give the older generations, what they need for gaming. But they're also at that point where they're like, kind of time to give up, guys. So, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I see it a lot. Well, I mean, for fuck's sake, I mean, one of my biggest gripes with the Switch, yeah, it's kind of awesome that they are trying to port these really awesome games and put them on the system so everyone can enjoy, you know, not just the higher echelon of gaming, you know, PS5s and Xbox Series X or whatever the fuck whatever their name is. Um, uh, you know, it's one of those situations where honestly, like, prime example. Prime example was Outer Wilds, I believe it was called. Um, it was the sci-fi fictiony game, and you know, it was shooter and stuff like that. It was really cool for its time, but when I got to actually find like a super cheap copy of it for the Switch, I immediately returned it. I literally opened it, played it for 5 minutes, and it was the most unbelievable garbage of a port I've ever played on my life. And I returned it, knowing that I'd get like, I don't know, $1 back. But you know, it's one of those things. You know, it either works or it doesn't. Give me the power of magnesis. I'm gonna start asking why they don't make games for PS3 anymore. Well, let's see. So it's kind of weird, but like I've never. So I owned a PS3. It blew up on me, and then I still had like several games, but it was never like my system to actually enjoy. Like I enjoyed the PS4 more than I enjoyed any other system, in that era, I guess. Manipulate metallic objects using magnetism. Grab onto metallic objects. Yay. I don't know. It's just one of those situations, and I don't think that anybody really was aware of like how to make that work. Um, but I also think that it was never intended to be like, oh well, you know, let's make it so that way every system can run and just be fine and never have an issue with any of the systems in the next, you know, 25 years, you know, kind of thing. And it's like, no, you have to remember you have to retire it at some point. When the eShop closed down for 3DS and 2DS and, you know, whatever, the DS era, I saw a total of 20 DSs, 2DSs, 3DSs, DSs, DS Lights, like all sorts of them. And I saw that they had like a bunch of them at GameStop, and they were going for decent prices, but like I saw a bunch of them go through, and I'm just like, just because the eShop's closing doesn't mean that you can't keep playing the games. It just means that you need to download them and make sure you have them so you can keep playing them. Otherwise, you're just SOL. So I use my PC for everything and refuse to re-up my PSN. But see, the thing is, like, so we have our PS5, and I haven't re-upped my PSN yet. But like, I have like games that I want to play on the PS5. Not because of graphical fidelity, but the fact that, you know, it's a PlayStation. It's just I love the PlayStation. I've always have. I always will. My problem is, you know, when do I get to stream on it? When can I tell myself, hey, by the way, I need to make this happen? You know, and I think my biggest problem right at this moment is the fact that, you know, I do need to make sure that, you know, there are games I want to keep playing with it. You know, that there are games that I want to tell myself, you know, hey, you know, eventually I'll have to play this game. But right now, like, we have our PlayStation 5s set up, you know, where, you know, I have the PlayStation set up where, it's in its own respective rooms, so then that way I don't have to worry about, um, well, where is it? What am I doing wrong? Why? How come I'm not playing it? And for me, it's like it's not that I don't want to play it. It's just that right now I'd rather take the games that I can and stream them, so then that way I can enjoy them a little bit more. Because for me, like, don't get me wrong, like I absolutely love like playing games and stuff, but I don't. It's weird because like I don't feel like I've been motivated enough to really um, play the games, knowing that um, um, I'm not really motivated wanting to play the games, knowing that I want to um, stream them. I want to show them to you guys. I want to be able to be like, hey, this is what I want to play. It's not that it's a bad thing. It's just more or less that that's what it is. It's just, there are games that I want to keep for streaming for you guys that I've always wanted to. But my problem has always been, well, what do I do? Like I want to play, I want to enjoy, but I also don't want to be that guy where it's like, oh, well, sorry, kid. It's just it's a two-way street for me, and I hate it only because it's not like my motivation for playing games has always been I want to enjoy it. But now with streaming and social media and YouTube and all that other stuff, like I want to be able to share that with people, and I think being on Twitch has always been about that, and I think that's really what connects with me as a gamer now. Because a lot of the moments that you get, like I one of the things is like when I was shiny hunting for Pokemon, like it was freaking phenomenal. The problem is I wasn't streaming, so it was kind of like that self party of like, yeah, you did it, but nobody else saw. So, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Like, I love you guys to bits, and it sucks because I haven't been motivated to stream because of time, because of timing, because of work, because of personal stuff, all this other bullshit. But I have bought since so my newest set of games, okay, has been um, Crisis Core, Fire Emblem Engage, um, Metroid Prime Remastered. I actually have that now. Um, Persona 5. Um, I just got this one yesterday. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Splatoon 3. Theatrhythm. And Theatrhythm, yeah. And then when we go in here, I just re-downloaded Beautiful Desolation Eastward, and then I just bought The Stillness of the Wind, and I don't know what that means. I'll figure it out at some point. Excuse me. Um, so I've bought quite a few games before I even can play. Like I haven't. So like Persona 5 Royal, like I bought it on PS4 and I absolutely hated the game. I love Shin Megami Tensei. I don't know why I hate Persona so much. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know. They're in the same realm, they're in the same universe. There's something different about it that just doesn't hit me the same way. But I bought Persona 5 Royal for the Switch because I was like, it's a great deal. There was going to be a steelbook. There was no steelbook. That's totally fine. At least I have the game because I did want to play it at some point and maybe get back into it. But now I'm running into the issue where I want to stream it for you guys to be like, it is an actual brand new game because it's not something I've played before. And it's not something that I'm really just like, okay, well, what the hell? Like, if I ever play it and I stream it on stream, it'll be a brand new game that you guys can see new reactions, new cries, new whatever, new angry emotions, whatever comes about it. But the problem is that it's a game that I personally didn't like when I first played it. So my problem right now with my dilemma is that it's a me issue. For me, I have games on PC that I want to play and stream, but my problem is that I only have such a like I have a list that can only be known as minimalist. Um, I love playing the games on the PC. I do. There are quite a few games that I actually enjoy that I want to play and stream. The problem is that with the new graphics card, I don't know where I'm at with being able to actually play the game and enjoy it because I don't know. I'm not my PC. I have this higher end PC, or like I have this good PC, but with like an actual graphics card now, and all this other stuff attached to it. But my problem still lies in the fact that I don't play on it as much as like my Switch or a console. Because for me, like I've always been a console player. Like I don't know why it is, but like PC, I started playing PC. Well, my first PC game was Red Alert. That's why I like tactics games. Um, but my problem is, like I said, it's not necessarily about anybody personally. It's just that's just how it is. And that's just how I've kind of grown to be like, well, I like PC, but I'm not gonna sit here and fake it, saying that well, it's better than what I enjoy or love. You I love the PC, but I don't find much use of it more so than say like my Switch. Like I play my Switch more than I played, you know, any other system at this point. Ooh. So I don't know. I buy new games for the Switch more than I buy games on Steam or even just in general. So, but I do want to eventually break that habit, knowing that there are games that a lot of people want me to play, that a lot of people want to see. So, but I don't know. Woo, Spirit Orb! I think it's hilarious that it's put into me. I just have MMO brain. Yeah, and I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. Like like I wish I could keep up with Final Fantasy 14, but I don't think I play enough on my PC to be like, hey, I want to be able to. How can I say it? I want the PC to be my main focus, and I don't want that. I definitely don't want that. I don't know why. It's just it's just one of those situations where it's like I'll take it, but I'm not gonna sit here and like up my ante on um, putting money into a game that I'm only gonna play like um, I don't know 5 hours. Within a whole month. I recently bought Hogwarts not on the PC but on PS5 twice, and we do have both copies. One's digital, one is physical, and I actually stopped playing it because don't get me wrong, but like you know it's just a matter of me being able to play it and enjoy it and not actually being pushed to be like, oh well, hey, what's this, what's that. It's like I want to enjoy it by myself, but at some point my whole brain is I want to stream it as well. I don't care about the politics of the bullshit behind Hogwarts and the wizarding world. I don't give a shit. It's not that I don't care about people. I bought it because I love the franchise, not because of the person behind it, but because I love the franchise. I grew up with it knowing that I wanted something like that, and the games that I got were movie tie ins and not an actual Wizarding World video game. This is the first one, and I absolutely love it, and I will play the fuck out of it. I will stream the fuck out of it at some point. And if people don't want to be there for it, I don't care. That's not my problem. You know, it's not that I want to say that, you know, well shit, I should be more understanding, but I want to enjoy my game. I bought it for a reason, and I want to enjoy it. So, no one tells me what not. Exactly. Thank you. Fuck. If Breath of the Wild was like, we have this multi-million-dollar video game, we're gonna re-release it on PS5 and all this other stuff, you know, on PC, just to piss you guys off, because hey, this is the only game that everybody hates because it's not a traditional Zelda, but we can put on any system we want, but it's the only game that you'll get from Nintendo. I would buy the shit out of it just to spite somebody. Because I know a lot of people do a lot of different things for a lot of different reasons. And I absolutely love Breath of the Wild. I actually put 1,000+ hours into the game. Lost all that save data, so I have to start over. Yes, I was pretty fucking upset. I lost a lot of other data for other games too, save data for other games, but that's fine, whatever. At this point, it's like, whatever. But you can't tell me that I can't play something and enjoy it and you know, oh well, it's doing something wrong to people just to piss people off, you know. Well, if it's a fucking good game, I don't care. I know next to nothing about the Harry Potters, but I'm learning. Yeah, and that's the thing is like it's also a really good entry point for a lot of people for really understanding a wizarding world prior to the Potters, which is nice. And this is one of those games where it's like, I want to play this game because I love this game, and it may not be, um, mm, a Sheikah Slate. Ooh. Um, but like it's just one of those things where, you know, for me, like, gaming has always been what I want. You know, with Zelda, I love the traditional Zelda. I get it. I have Link's Awakening. I'm gonna eventually get Skyward Sword again because I lost my copy, but I finally bought a really cheap copy of Link's Awakening, and we're gonna end up streaming that on stream as well because, you know, God forbid it's a top-down traditional Zelda with dungeons and all that good stuff, and it looks cool. Plus, I have the amiibo. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can see it, but it's right here. It's this guy right here. This one. And it's one of those things. I now want a Hufflepuff poster and a Niffler. Yeah, I'm a Hufflepuff and I absolutely love it. So, but I mean that's the thing too. Like you have to understand that, you know, people want to be upset just because they want to be upset, and we're at that point where in our lives, like, everyone is way too sensitive, and it pisses me off. It's like, you know, you want us to believe certain things, and I get that, but um I totally forgot what I was going for with there. So anyways, like I don't know, in terms of video games, like sensitivity and stuff like that, like there's so much sensitivity going on in the world, and I get it, but you also have to understand that a lot of it's just like old people in a lot of ways. So it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just that's just how some people are. So for me, like, I am set in my ways of knowing that if I want to play a game, if I like something that I like, and I eventually want to enjoy it. So like Mega Man Battle Network, I played the shit out of those games. I played up to 4. I never played all 9. Um, but I absolutely love them. Nobody in my right mind can tell me that Mega Man sucks because of Battle Network. To me, yes, I am old school. I love the old I love the old Mega Mans, but Battle Network was so much fun and I absolutely enjoyed it, and I think that's something that really needs to be accounted for and understood in like a really positive light, that there are different types of games. Doesn't matter where you're at, but that's just how it works. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna take this phone call really quick.
Artificial love, we just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up, 'cause we already lost, addicted to the rush.
Alright, guys. Oh, shit. What did I just do? Okay, I'm messing with stuff. I'm sorry. Alright. let's get back to the game. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. So I had to take that phone call. The hubby called, so I just want to make sure that, you know, he was doing good. That I didn't need to come pick him up. Please. Alright. So anyways, what were we talking about? What were we doing? The thing's on, right? I'm gonna assume it's on. So yeah, it's on. Okay. Alright, so anyways, son of a bitch. Always does that when I don't want it to. Oh, I remember. So, anyways, in terms of gaming, like, I don't know, I want to be able to stream and play games and actually, like, have interactions with people and stuff like that. And I think that's one of those things where, you know, it has to be said that, you know, there is a reason why we do what we do. And I think it's also one of those things where, you know, when we play games that we enjoy, when we do things that we enjoy, it makes more sense. So, and I don't want anybody to have to tell me what to do, you know, in terms of playing my games. Like, I don't think that that's fair. So, and that's the thing too, is like, you know, if I tell you, you know, hey, don't buy this game just because, you know, well, I'm going to give you, you know, a million reasons as to why I think that you shouldn't, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't, you know, because you're going to enjoy what you enjoy. And for me, it's the same thing. Like, I stopped doing that a long time ago. So, like, I watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie just a little bit ago, and I absolutely loved it. I know a lot of people who didn't like it. Granted, yes, that's, you know, their way of saying, well, you know, we're not nerds, but that makes sense, because, you know, it is what it is. But as a gamer, as someone who's played Dungeons and Dragons, someone who's enjoyed someone who has enjoyed Dungeons and Dragons, I will be the one to say that, you know, hey, I don't really care, you know, if you didn't like it, then that's fine. It sucks that you don't like it, but at the same time, you know, you can't tell me that I'm wrong for liking something I like, you know. And you guys know me. You know, I've always been one of those where, like, I absolutely love that franchise because that's just what it is, you know. And I've streamed Dungeons and Dragons on this channel, and I'm actually kind of happy that we have in the past, you know, because that's just what that whole situation is, you know. I'm not going to say that, you know, we're never going to enjoy something that we want, you know. And for me as a streamer, like, yeah, I get it, you know, you may not like a certain game that I'm playing, but at the same time, it's like, if you don't like it, that's totally fine. But if I like it, you know, it's not going to change my mind on anything. So, I told her she's a Slytherin, yeah. And that's the thing, too. So, like, that was the other thing that one of my friends mentioned, too, was, so, hold on one second. Hold on one second. She tried to tell me she wasn't, so I told her to take the test. Yeah, that's pretty much how I learned. But I mean, that's the thing, though, is like, you know, you live and learn in that regards. You know, it's just that's just how it is. I mean, you know, whether or not you want to believe it. Like, yeah, for me, memes are memes. Yeah, that's great. But like, also too, like, you have to understand that, you know, it's never an issue, you know, when it comes to, you know, joking around with that kind of stuff. Like, it's never that difficult, I guess you can say, if that's the case. You know, she's not Slytherin. It's just like, yeah, you're Slytherin. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I dealt with my issues too when it came to stuff like that. But it was like, oh, that's cool. You know, like, if it's the truth, then yeah, it's the truth. You enjoy it. Korok seed, our first poop. I don't know. I just, I'm always one of those people that I feel like as long as you give something a try and you actually like understand it before you say anything, like you're golden. So like one of my biggest problems with like streaming was that a lot of people didn't realize that, like, for me, like, I didn't necessarily care for like so like one of my biggest problems with streaming, okay, a lot of people have tried to tell me, you know, hey, it's not that big a deal, you know, people are just people, and there's things that you just need to understand in terms of like you know, you have to understand that, you know, not everybody's on the same wavelength, you know, for streaming and like really like, you know, how it goes. And I don't know, I for me it's like everybody's on the same spectrum for that kind of thing, because when it comes to like streaming games, like it's really up to the person playing the game and really the person that's you know, wanting to, you know, do that, you know. So like when it comes to like Harry Potter, like I wanted to play all 4 houses at one point, but I was like, that's gonna take a really long time. And it's not because I'm lazy, it's because, you know, I'm one of those people where I take my sweet time, you know, and I hate it. But at the same time, it also means that I can also kind of just enjoy what I want, you know. So I feel I'm going to have to play all 4. Yeah, and that's the thing is like I wanted to, and that's kind of where I was with, you know, hey, you know, eventually I'm gonna have to because I need to. It's not because I don't, you know, I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh yeah, you know, whatever. You know, no, it's not. It's not like that at all. And you know, I want to be in that position where it's like I want to enjoy the games regardless of how many times I play it. You know, in terms of like how many times that I'm going for it. Hey, what's up? What's up, senpai? How are you, dude? How's it going? Ads. Oh no, it's okay. I know ads suck, dude. So anyways, you're like, in terms of like all 4 all 4 things, like, so here's the thing that I was thinking about. I kind of cheated, don't get me wrong, like I in terms of like the actual game I didn't cheat, but like in terms of like what I was looking for, like I didn't really cheat on that. It was just more or less like, you know, more or less I just wanted to know exactly what I was getting myself into. And what I mean by that was there's certain things in each playthrough that can only be done in that certain house, or and I'm not spoiling for anybody, but that's what I've read and that's what I've been told. So I'm really wanting to play all 4 to make sure that I get everything. I don't think that it's that extensive yet, but I do want to play it. How's your favorite Zelda going? Nice. Well, it's definitely one of my favorite Zeldas of all time. It's definitely not my favorite, but it is one of my favorites of all time. But it's going great. We just got the Sheikah Slate and Magnesis, so we're trying to get everything as best as we can. So the fact only Hufflepuffs can. Yes, exactly. So like I didn't want to spoil it, but you know if you guys wanted to, that's totally fine because I'm not really like hell bent on that kind of thing. You know if people don't want to hear it, then they don't have to be here to hear it. Um, um, but yeah, so like, you know, it's just good to see you live. Yeah, thanks, senpai. Yeah, I wanted to stream, and it sucks because like I wanted to stream for you guys a little earlier, but I was having a little manic issue with a couple things, so I was like, yeah, whatever. But but yeah, no, I needed to I needed to stream. It's been a long time, and I really needed to stream. It's definitely something I've needed to do. Definitely going to replay on the three houses. Yeah, and Harry Potter. Like I was telling Jord, like I haven't really played a whole lot of it because I just because I don't have the time. Yeah, I knew that was coming. The buttons are so sensitive. So but yeah, like I haven't spent a whole lot of time playing it. So son of a bitch, we're gonna be here a while, guys. This is the one for reaching the map room with a Hufflepuff. Oh really? Oh, that's interesting. Let's eat something. Yeah. I don't know if there's an actual achievement like that for the other houses. I know there's like the whole Azkaban thing with the Hufflepuff. I think there was like a certain different cutscene with Slytherin. There was a couple things. I don't really know, but I just know that there was a couple things thrown in there. Got to the coast, yeah. So my husband actually has gotten further in that game than I have, and I'm not one to really be spoiled, but you know he did want to like show me stuff and actually kind of get me going with that kind of thing. And I told him I was like, you know, I don't mind getting spoiled on it because eventually I'm gonna forget it and just play it to my heart's extent. So yeah, if you reach the map when you show. Oh, okay, that's cool. See, I didn't know it. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. That's kind of neat. So that's pretty cool. That's freaking awesome. That's my 4 playthroughs then? Oh no! Yeah, like my whole thing was literally just one of the... Oh, fuck. What did that say? Oh, shit. I totally forgot about that. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, anyways. Let's see. There it is. I thought there was a way. Let me see if I can remember. Up until that part, which doesn't take too long. Nice. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't mind necessarily getting spoiled on a couple things, but it won't matter to me in the end because I'll probably forget it. Because I have really bad memory like that. So give me items or give me death. There it is. Speaking of, do you guys remember? I mean, I probably really shouldn't be asking because I don't think I paid attention enough to really remember. Does anybody remember how to put pins on the map? I think I just have to go to this Chica thing, right? Travel, okay. See, like, that's fine. I want to do Slytherin next. Yeah. So, like, I want her to be a mean Hufflepuff, and I think that's going to be the glorious thing about it, is that I stopped playing for a little bit, but now I'm going to end up being the mean Hufflepuff, which I think is going to be fantastic, because I think that'll work out, you know, better that way. Because then that way I can be like, I'm an asshole. I'm a nice asshole. You know, that's what I've always wanted to do, so. Yep, I forgot. The scope. You see, okay, hold on one second. I gotta do something really quick. Okay, that's not really my issue. Slow. It's gotta be slow. Ugh. Okay. I already feel bad learning dark magic as a Hufflepuff. Yeah, you can tap the touchpad on the map where you want to drop a pin. You can look through it. Yeah, I completely forgot, and I think what I forgot too is that it's also one of those where you learn it, and so it makes it easy. Like I haven't played this fucking game in forever. So like me playing it and me noticing like stuff like that, like I totally forgot about that. I don't think that's something I can do over there. I thought there was like one more shrine somewhere around here. Sorry guys, if this makes you sick, it's making me sick too. Oh, there it is. I was like, I know I saw it earlier. Alright. You figured it out. Yay, learning. Yeah, I like I said, it's been a long time there. Oh. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's been a long time. And the controls, so like I still have the like I can okay, so here we go. Let's see. So you can change the jump button. No. Yeah, we're going to do it that way. So, it's been a long time since I've done something like this, and the buttons have always thrown me off, and I think that's like my biggest gripe with this game has always been that. And I don't think it's a bad thing, it's just more or less that that's just what it is. So, but yeah. But how are you, Senpai? It's been a while. With my Pottermore link, though, I'll have to manually. Yeah, I'm a Hufflepuff through and through, so me like changing that is gonna be really tough on me. Like it's gonna suck. But I mean, it still works, so. And I'm pretty sure everyone here already knows, but if you haven't, please follow Kakashi Senpai. He's an awesome streamer. He's freaking fantastic. Make sure you follow Yord as well. Those guys are great. I can only say so many things about Yord. Like, I absolutely love his content. There's been Final Fantasy streams. There's been all sorts of other stuff. But I mean, for the most part that I've seen is just Final Fantasy 14, which is awesome. As of lately. Not saying that that's probably all he has or all he's done, but that's a majority of all I've seen, which is awesome. But yeah, make sure you guys follow them because they're fucking excellent. See, that feels more natural. X as the run button is fine. B as the jump button is fantastic. If you select Hogwarts streams, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna have to end up like really getting back into the swing of things, because I don't know about you, but it's been a long time. You got too far in the game to start over? That sucks. Come on, turn back around, dipshit. That's how I kind of feel about this game. Is literally, that's just how it's been. Hold on a second. It's gonna definitely be this with like other games sprinkled in between. It's gonna be Breath of the Wild and then some other games in between. But generally, this is the game that I'm gonna be streaming until Tears of the Kingdom. So I think it's gonna be nice when it's actually not like too bad. Considering, because for me it's like I want to be able to like make this a priority, especially with you guys, since you guys have like waited for this for a long time. What the hell? That my selection is PC is very limited. Yeah, I have quite a few games that I want to stream, but most of them are like indies. But then like the other parts of like the other big games I want to stream are really just games that I me personally as a gamer, like I want to stream them when people are willing to actually be there, or I guess like do their thing. So, but yeah, I am wanting to stream Tears of the Kingdom because I think that would be a great, like, what do you call it? Segue into one of my biggest games that, I got as a, whatchamacallit, and then, just in general for, you guys taking care of me in terms of that whole, this game was donated along with the Switch at the time, and I just want to make sure that we're giving back to the community, because when it happens, like I think it'll be awesome when. Son of a bitch, really? There it is. So yeah, I do want to stream Tears of the Kingdom when it comes out because I think that'll be good. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good time. Um, nice. Nice. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I think it's a good stepping point for me in terms of like being able to give back to you guys because this was pretty much for oh, fuck. This was pretty much for Solid Rain at the time, Game Leeches, and I wanted to make that very clear, knowing that this was the game that I wanted people to know that we are coming back to streaming. That this is what we wanted to do originally. So I think it's a good stepping point for us, and eventually it'll be that level of goodness in terms of like, hey, we can do this. We can keep streaming. And that's kind of where I wanted to be too. Like, so when I first started streaming, I wanted to stream this for you guys, but then it was just like off my phone. And so like now that we have the actual means to stream, from an actual system and stuff, like, or a PC and an actual system, like this is where it should be. So yeah, my brain was like, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. What am I doing here? I've been very like, not necessarily repeating myself, but just kind of like all over the place. I mean, I've always been like that anyways, but I've had a lot of time to think for certain things, and I think my biggest problem right now is that it has been forever since I streamed, and it has been forever since I've really gotten to the hang of actually getting back to streaming and being like, hey, have a little bit more confidence. For me, like I feel like I'm not as confident as I used to be. So I remember when you streamed it from your phone. Yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to do it properly on the Switch, through the Elgato, because fuck, man, like, I don't, excuse my language, but Jesus Christ, I didn't even realize, like, to my level of like misunderstanding, like how bad it was. I actually had a video that I downloaded a little while ago that I actually remembered like seeing, and holy shit, it is bad. Like, I was just like, whoa, that's whoo, buddy. So yeah, we're not doing phone streams anymore unless we absolutely have to, and it'll probably just be like me talking. It won't be gameplay, especially now that I have a PC and stuff. So my time on Final Fantasy isn't worth streaming. I log in to make money and log out. Hey man, some people so like, okay, here's the thing. If that's how you feel about it, that's totally understandable. Okay, that is 1,000% understandable. But here's my thing. So like a lot of people think that streaming shiny hunts or shiny hunting for Pokemon can be worthwhile. It can be understandable. Excuse me, Jesus. It can be understandable. It can be made into something that's actually enjoyable for people to watch. But for me, like, I only like it because I want to be there to experience that roller coaster of like, oh my god, I actually got something awesome. Like, this is really cool. Now I get to share it with you guys. Whereas like if I'm doing it by myself, I'm like, oh well, this is stupid. And it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just that's just how I feel about that whole scenario. It's like I want to be able to make sure that we have those moments together. It's okay, bro. You evolved. I know. I'm so proud of myself. Gravitate towards weather. Be right back. Nice. Thanks. Thank you, senpai. and you as a person who people gravitate towards. That's really sweet of you. I like I said, I've had my struggles, and I think that I've had a lot of them recently, for a lot of reasons, and a lot of reasons I don't really think that like is great on my end. But at the same time, it's like I really do have that moment of like clarity where I'm just like, you know, I want to be that guy that says, "Hey, this is awesome," you know. Let's stream it. Let's understand the game. Let's learn it together. Let's play it together. Let's see where we're at, you know. But it's never been like that whole intent of like, you know, of, oh, I want to make sure that, that we're doing something that we want to play and not necessarily what we think that everybody else should be playing. Attention was to stream to inform. It was easier than just trying to explain it. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's kind of where I'm at with that, with in terms of like also like streaming like shiny hunting. Like, so shiny hunting to me has always been one of those things where it's a very complicated situation. It really is. And I don't know if you guys ever like have understood that or seen that, and I've done it a couple times, but like it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of understanding of like the game systems, and it's definitely one of those systems where it's either you understand it or you don't, and that's what sucks. Is I can explain it to a million people, but I can never really explain it in the sense that this is an actual good thing. It's what I would call a try hard situation for a lot of people, because for me, like, having a shiny Pokemon, especially if it looks really cool, is one of those where I'd rather have that than saying, oh well, I played 3,000 hours in a game. That's fucking fantastic. Good job for you. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's awesome. But it's also one of those things where it's like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, let me go through every single thing and then, you don't understand it. Well, I'm not going to sit here and try to give you, ass backwards information knowing that, this is what it should be. But at the same time, it's also going to be one of those situations where I don't want to have to, be like, oh, well, shiny hunting's great because you can do this, and it's like, no, that's misinformation. But what I can and will tell you is that it's great for those who want to have that. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh, sometimes I hate this game so much. It terrifies the shit out of me, and I don't understand it. I feel like right now streaming would be very useful for bug reporting too. Yeah, and that's the thing is like it's useful for different people, and that's what a lot of people aren't really understanding either. Like, it's just one of those situations where you really have to enjoy what you do to be able to inform and let people understand it. Because for me, like, okay, so when it comes to shiny hunting, there's only so much that I can actually like divulge in terms of like what's actually good, and when it's not good, then I'm being misinformed. But at the same time, you can't tell me one thing. Oh my god. You can't tell me one thing and then expect me to be like, well, it's completely right, even though it's not. Fuck. Okay. Got your tab, my friends. It's great to have you back. Yeah, I'll see you later, senpai. Thank you for stopping in, and I appreciate you letting people know and stuff like that. I very much appreciate that. That's really cool of you. Um, um, but yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, really, it just depends on like where you're at with that kind of thing too. You know, why not? Oh, because I picked up the. Okay, I picked up the Traveler Sword. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Um, all the love, yay! With the island sanctuary that even devs have no idea what's causing it. Okay. Yeah, no, that, I mean, that makes sense. And that's one of those things where, you know, like I said, it really just depends on like you know, where you're at on your end in terms of like how you want to progress uh to really present that to, especially to your stream, to your viewers and stuff like that, and to inform people, you know, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I want to do. It's just, it takes so much time and effort to actually do that, where I've learned that if I want to stream something that's informative, say like shiny hunting or even that, it's better as like a short, like a shorter stream, like a minimum of maybe 2 hours, just to kind of go over and gloss over stuff. But honestly, like it takes a lot, and that's the hardest part about the whole situation, you know. And it's really up to you as a gamer, as a streamer, you know, what can I do to make this work, you know what I mean? So Shabaij. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Bomb trial. Blow shit up, please. It's kind of weird that he's like, that hand is like moving and it's like grabbing at Link's ass. Like, don't get me wrong, like I grabbed Link's ass too, but that's highly inappropriate. I'm sorry, I'm not going any further. But anyways, yeah. So like, it's just one of those things. One of those things you just gotta really prepare for. I think the hardest thing about prepping for informative streams too is really just understanding like enough before relaying anything. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, then sure. But like, you know, it's just one of those concepts where honestly, if it's not correct, is it that you're wrong for trying, or is it you're, you know, you're misinformed? You know, it's really just a matter of you know, what is it that you really want, you know? Okay, I don't. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nope. It's this one. Nope. There it is. God, I swear this game's gonna be the death of me. Like, I don't understand how. Oh, what the fuck did I just do? I don't understand like how difficult this is. So, I don't know. Wow. I think that was the biggest issue with this game that I had, was the controls. Not in a bad way. It was just more or less the fact that I just I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand why there was such a difference in how, but I get it though. Okay, what are we getting rid of? Let's get rid of the torch for no. Let's get rid of one of these swords. But yeah, it's just like I said, it just really depends on the situation for what kind of information. Like, you don't have to listen to me. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not an expert by any means in any regards for anything. I just more or less, like, that's just how I've always felt about certain things in terms of really just understanding, like, you know, where I'm coming from in terms of you know, streaming and gaming. Like, I've been doing this for a while, you guys know that, but like also too, like, it doesn't change the fact that there isn't, like, you know, there isn't anything that's wrong with what we're doing. You know, there isn't anything wrong with, you know, relaying the fact that there needs to be some kind of relay from one set to the next about, you know, the kind of information we need to discuss. So, like, one of my biggest things has always been, well, you know, why is shiny hunting such a tenuous task? You know, well, it's because it's supposed to be a sign of rarity, you know, for that kind of thing, for understanding that, you know, you have, you know, it's a rarity for those who want, you know, that kind of specific, you know, inclusion of the game. Like, it is part of the game, but the problem too is, like, the reason why we've made it to the point where it's like it is a shiny hunting session is because of the fact that we want that. We want to be able to do that. We want to be able to be like, hey, we absolutely need, you know, we absolutely need we absolutely need the information. You know, we absolutely need to understand that, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's just what it is, you know. Informative streams are rough. You have to be absolutely sure you know what you're talking. Well, yeah, and that's why I'm more like, so when I stream, like, you guys know me, like, after a while, like, you know, I'm not exactly like, oh, I know it all, so I'm just gonna sit here and, you know, deal with it the way it is. You know, that's not how it's gonna be. You know, it's more or less the fact that I want you guys to know that whatever I'm doing is something that I want to happen. You know, like, I want you guys to know that this is what I've learned and this is how I think that it should be. If it's wrong, then at least I know that I tried in regards to letting you know exactly where I stand on certain things. Because a lot of the a lot of the times, you know, there's really that kind of difficult understanding of really just knowing that, you know, I am wrong. You know, I'm not perfect. But I also need to let you guys know that, you know... What the hell? Oh, I remember now. You know, that I also want you guys to understand that, you know, there is a reason why I do, or why I mention certain things, especially if I know what I'm talking about. When it comes to, like, actual information in regards to, like, where things should be, you know, it's just what it is. And it's not that I'm trying to, it's not that I'm trying to question or let anybody know that, you know, hey, you know, challenge me. No, it's that I want people to know that they are getting the right information, especially when it comes to, like, shiny hunting EVs. Like, I'm not a competitive player by any means, but I will say that I do, like, understand the mechanics as to why they are how they are, and, you know, understanding where understanding those kinds of systems and stuff like that really makes it a little bit more interesting gameplay wise. But it's never necessary. That's the beauty of, like, video games. Like, I don't know if you've ever realized, like, you know, the beauty of video games for me has always been, what the fuck, where does this go? Some bitch. I know this goes somewhere. Where's it go? There's I mean, there's just so many complex systems. And there's so many different things that can be used as informative streams or informative means of like displaying or discussing like what can be done in a video game, what can't be done in a video game. One of my biggest fears is really just when I'm doing shiny hunting and talking about like how things should be, even though there's probably no real reason for it. It's just a thing. It's just one of those extra things where, honestly, you know, if I get it wrong, then, well, shit, you know. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and try to delve into, oh well, you know, we were wrong all this time, and it's like, well, yeah, I know. So, you know, and I think the hardest part about like really informing or even instructing people is, you know, they have a lot of reasons to look up, you know, stuff on the internet to be able to understand that, you know, there are things that people will get wrong, you know, that they're not always correct. And I think the hardest part about being informed is really listening to other people when they know that they're that they could be wrong or they could be right. But like I said, it has to be right, at least to a degree of where you should be able to understand it and explain it yourself and demonstrate it without having to be like, well, this is what it is. Well, it's not what it is. I need more information, because whatever happens needs to be correct, because if it's not correct, like, perfect example. So Breath of the Wild, when people talk about like doing all these crazy fancy tricks, I didn't even know you could fucking shield slide for the longest time. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know you could use it as a weapon. So, you know, stuff like that, like, Jesus, excuse me. That's my work phone. I have it on every day for like certain alarms for certain things. So I totally apologize if that's really loud. But yeah, I didn't know that like a bunch of these like mechanics in this game like could actually be like implemented in certain ways. And like after so many years of watching people like do like snow tricks, triple attacks, double jump attacks, you know, all this shit that I would never even think of, even if it's like a little bit hacked or even just kind of like janky in a little bit. I totally get it. Like, I understand. But you also have to, you know, reason that these are people that actually have played the game, know what they're talking about, and know what they're doing. For me, it's like, I can try it, but I'm not going to say that I'm perfect at it. You know, and that takes a lot of, like, skill and understanding of the complex systems. You know, and even understanding, like, how to break the game, if that makes sense. So a lot of people that I've talked to hated Pokemon Scarlet Violet because the game was broken. Well, you know, as a gamer, I like to play the game out of the box extremely, like the extreme base play of how the game should be played. First off, and then I'll go back and be like, hey, let's fuck shit up. You know, let's see how long this can actually take, you know, to screw something up. And I get it. Like, you know, it sucks when you notice that kind of stuff because you are a gamer that's looking for that kind of thing. But I am not. So to me, it's kind of like, it's one of the two evils. You want people to be informed, but at the same time, you don't want to break it down and be like, hey, whoops, not the right thing, you know? So... So one of the perfect examples of me never finding out how to do something for the longest time. Not because I was stupid, but well, I take that back. Yes, because I was stupid. You know, is the fact that I did not know how to do a barrel roll in Star Fox because I just did not know. Like, I would have never known. So it was just one of those situations, and it's not like it's a bad thing either. I told a bunch of my friends this, that I'm not good at like learning mechanics like that unless I'm learning it on a level that I know that I should be learning it at. So like one of the big things is like one of my biggest fears of playing video games is learning everything. There's very few games that I've come across that I absolutely hate, like learning certain like aspects to the game that really should have just been explained prior to, but it wasn't. And that's the kind of shit that pisses me off, is like, oh well, we expect you to learn this, but you could have looked it up, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, maybe you could have just fucking told me so I didn't have to worry about it. But that's the thing too, is like being a gamer as well. Like I've learned to be like, oh well, we're gonna learn this out right now, so then that way we don't have to worry about it, you know. And it's just, it really just depends, you know, on who you are as a person and as a gamer. Because like for me as a gamer, like I want to learn these things, but I also don't want to waste my time knowing that, well, I fucked up, you know. And the other thing too is, so like in this game, I didn't know that you could block enemy lasers with literally, the Guardian's lasers with literally just a fucking broken ass shield, and it doesn't hurt its durability either. If you can perfectly parry an attack like that, it doesn't matter if your sword or your shield is all fucked up. It doesn't matter about any of that. As long as you can do it, you are able to like not have to worry about that kind of thing, which is really cool. I didn't know that for the longest time, so that was like all new news to me. And like and that was not even like years ago. It was literally just like a little while ago. Because what I understood was if you're using your weapon, if you're using your shield and you block it, your durability goes down, but that's not the case. It doesn't go down. What ends up happening is that it's kind of like a saving grace. It's kind of like a what the hell is it called? It's kind of like that whole thing with Dark Souls. Like you got the invisible frames, so nothing gets affected by you know, doing something spectacular like that. And I think that's really where, you know, it makes it happen, you know. So I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of where, you know, it really just depends on like who's, you know, who's being told what. And it does take some time too. So like a lot of the stuff that we go through, like a lot of the time, like many people have tried over and over again. And I don't know, just maybe it's just me, but like, you know, I'm not going to be the one that says, oh well, you know, I tried. But I didn't actually try, did I? You know? So, um, yeah, I don't know. Information is really nice, especially when you understand what you're trying to do. So if you can imitate it and actually replicate it to discuss and show to other people, then you're not just you're not just talking about it, but you're also educating people about it. And that to me is like the greatest strength that any gamer can have, because it's reality. It's one of those where, well, if you jump and you know bring out your shield and then you just kind of let yourself go, yeah, you'll be able to ride your shield. But then the other case is, oh well, you know, you also have the case of, well, your durability goes down once you keep using it like that. Well, yeah, no shit. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh well, you're dumb for not knowing that. Well, nobody's dumb, because I didn't even know that for the longest time either. So it's just all a matter of the situation at hand and really just the facts. Because if you don't have the facts for delivering that kind of thing, then it's not really worth it in the end. Um, and honestly, it's not a bad thing. It's just what it is. So